Alright, YouTubers, Dirty Harry back to talk about the John Cena injury with the whole Hell in a Cell pay-per-view coming up. Um, it's tough luck, really. I really just sat down and thought about, well, what are they going to do now that Cena's injured? How are they going to continue this feud? And I asked myself, well, who would I pay money to see Punk fight in a cell? As far as and who's more, deserving, in my opinion, of who they should book now that Cena's injured, if he's unable to compete there. So I think they should use Orton. I'm just gonna say it is either book Orton or Wade Barrett. I'm a huge Wade Barrett fan, and there's history with him and Punk. With Punk taking the Nexus from him, and then on Raw we got the "We Want Nexus" chant. I mean, I just think it'd be nice if they brought the Nexus back and had Barrett get revenge for Punk taking it from him in the first place. It's have Barrett go on a warpath, basically. You know, there's this new Wade Barrett, he's bare knuckle Barrett and all this shit. It ain't working. Go back to using the wasteland Barrett and talk on the mic more, because it was his mic skills that made him, in my opinion. You give Wade Barrett a mic and he's fucking gold. You know, if it wasn't the Hell in a Cell pay per view, I think that he has too many pay per views to begin with, because it makes the writers just have to pretty much slant storylines out their ass. You got to write a new storyline every 4 weeks or so, and that's why the product's so fucking ridiculous now. You know, but who do I think deserves to go in that cell more than anyone? Ziggler. I'd put Ziggler in a championship match if I could. It's just I don't think it would draw or sell well at all. I mean, as IWC fans, we'd be all over it, but the little Jimmys and all that shit, they love their Cena so much. I don't think it would draw as much as Orton would. Orton and Punk have beef. They've had beef for a long time, and the little Jimmys will buy into Orton because they love Orton just as much as they love Cena. You know, I'd love to just have Punk beat him. Punk beats Orton, Orton gets ridden off. Maybe have Punk give him the punt to the skull, and that'll write him off TV so Orton can film his movie and all that. But I think they should just do something more original. We see the same people having the same matches. Cena wants a title shot. He wants a rematch. He wants this. He wants that. And I'm not saying that the feud with Cena and Punk is stale. It's okay to me. I personally watch TNA now more because I can predict the next 3 episodes of Raw. It's only interesting to watch Punk, Bryan, and Kane, and when Brock Lesnar shows up. Everything else is just shit, basically. You know. But yeah, I'd book Orton for sales purposes, but in regards to who I would, give the shot to if it wasn't the Hell in a Cell pay per view, I would say Wade Barrett or The Miz. I'll pick The Miz. I'd love to see Punk and Miz go at it on the mic and have Miz actually be taken seriously. You know, I wish people would take The Miz more seriously now. He was pretty original as a champion, but just like Punk's been overlooked and pretty much buried by Cena and The Rock and all this shit and overshadowed, Miz went through the same fucking thing. He went through the same thing. And I also hate that they're making Punk out to be this coward. They've been doing it for the last month, and I'm like, where the fuck are they going with this shit? They got him running from Cena like he's scared when he's kicked Cena's ass like 4 times in a row. I miss Punk from a year ago. Cena got in the ring, Punk got in the ring. Like, what you gonna do, Cena? Just like that. And now he's running. He's running scared now. You know, I wonder how they're gonna do with this whole Paul Heyman thing. I think it's a good idea. I want my badass CM Punk back. I want the badass CM Punk back. You can make him. He can still be a heel and be a badass. You know, I hate when they make champions cowards. How was a champion a fucking coward? They made Del Rio a coward when he became a champion. How is a member of the audience gonna take a champion seriously if he's a coward? Because champion says you're the fucking man. You're the man. You're the top guy, and you're a fucking coward. You're running scared all the time. I just I wish creative would actually be creative and come up with better alternatives, something more entertaining to watch. Because watching wrestling, I mean, it rehashes the same storylines over and over again. But sometimes they put a spin on it and make it interesting. And they got Punk being a coward, but it's all based on lack of respect and all this shit. And it's somewhat entertaining. feel it could be better. It could be a lot better. Just make Punk a badass again, you know. They're catering to the little Jimmys and shit. I guess I don't know. Maybe Punk asked for it. I don't know. But as a Punk fan, I miss Punk being a badass. I miss the Punk of last year, and that's just because of the promo. It's because his attitude. You know, it was no man. I'm the fucking man. You know, just like that. You know, he wasn't scared to get in there with nobody and do his thing. You know, so I miss that Punk, but still love Punk, but I fucking hate Cena so fucking much sometimes. All right, that's all I got. I book Orton for sales purposes, but I really want to see Miz get another run as the champion. I'd love to see Miz get another run as champion. I don't want him to be Punk, obviously. You know, if they do pull the belt off Punk for The Rock, then let Miz beat The Rock. I don't, yeah, fuck it, let Miz beat The Rock. I don't care. The Rock's not even there all the time. You know, how are you gonna have him be a champion? How is the hardcore fans who've been riding with the product for so long? You know, we know that when The Rock comes in and wins the title, it's gonna be off him in 3 months. You know, it's a transitional champion all over again. We're trying to get away from that. You know, Miz, he's gonna be there. Cena, even I'd rather have Cena be Punk rather than give it to The Rock. And as a huge Rock fan, I don't want him to be the champion again. Do not want that unless he's gonna stick around for a while. You know, I don't want him to have an Undertaker schedule or a Brock Lesnar schedule. If you're gonna be a champion, you have to actually show up. So I don't want that either. All right, love each other. That's my thoughts on who should be booked.